Welcome everybody, my name is François Letarte and this is my channel JDRD30, a channel about tabletop role-playing games. So the fourth question of the RPG Update 2015 series of questions, the most surprising game. Yes, we have a special guest here, the cat. Okay, well, I had to think a lot about this one because I had to define what surprising meant to me. And I had to look at my RPG collection to see what games surprised me throughout the years. And, well, surprising to me meant that the game offered way more than I was expecting. You know, let's say I took a game that I had maybe low expectation for it, and it just happened to be way more higher than that. And I really tried not to present that game again, but I think I have to. Advanced Figthing Fantasy. Yes, for me it was the most surprising game. Why? Well, first when I bought this game, it was for pure nostalgia. Okay, I'm a fighting fantasy game book fan. You know, in my teenage years, I began, before doing role-playing games, I was reading those kind of books. So it reminded me of a good time I had when I was a teenager. And I was very curious to see how it would end up in a role-playing game. And I was also searching for tools for in my field of work, because I work sometimes with groups of young kids or teenagers. So I had to find a way to introduce role-playing games through something simple, and I knew that in fighting fantasy game books it was simple. So I've bought this game for pure nostalgia, and maybe I have to have some kind of a tool. You know, I wasn't expecting, I didn't know that there was a role-playing game about that. You know, I made some Google research to see if some fan-made game was based off the fighting fantasy game books, and I discovered that a role-playing game was published mostly 30 years ago, and a new edition, this one, came out, you know, by the time I was making my research. So it was the timing was good. So I ordered that, and I began to read, just, you know, just for the fun of reading it. I didn't have the intention to really run it, but as I was reading that, you know, flipping through the pages and, you know, incorporating every concept into my mind, it came obvious that this game was awesome. You know, everything I was reading in that, I was saying, wow, that's a good role-playing game. That's the kind of game I was searching for. It has this old school feel to it, but with maybe more streamlined type of game system. And you know, I just by reading it, I felt in love with it, and I still had back then to try it. And it's been, you know, I've bought that 2-3 years ago, and I'm still running it. I'm not getting rid of it. You know, I still want to run it. I still feel that I have something to learn or to experience through that game. So the surprise, you know, the surprise effect is still there. You know, I never expected that game to be that good, at least for me and for my style of game. So the most surprising game to me, Advanced Fighting Fantasy by Orion Games. And yeah, I'm very glad to have known this game. That's the game for me. So my most surprising game. Tomorrow, question 5 of the RPG A Day series. And yeah, I will be there with another answer. And you can yourself participate into that. Go check out Autocratik, who has started this whole event. And check out this channel, it's very interesting, by the way. So my name is François Letarte, and up to next time, I hope you have as much fun in your life as in your games. Goodbye.